Pro boxing fans, we are here in Riyadh. Adam Smith, always a pleasure seeing you. It is a massive card. How are you, first of all?
I'm so excited for this Saturday night. Andy Levada, my colleague at the Voice of Boxing, will tell you that I've been talking about this since it was announced. We were at the press conference back in July in New York, and it's stuck together, it's held up. Turki Al-Sheikh has worked his magic. 4 of the best fights you can make in boxing, and I'm a fan this week. I don't have my DAZN hat on. I have a week off the mic and I can enjoy it, and yeah, it's just, I would not be anywhere else in the world other than Riyadh on Saturday night, not even with my beloved family. This is the place to be if you're a boxing lover like I am. It is a terrific card of 50-50 fights, and any one of them could be a main event in any arena in the world. It's terrific.
Let's talk about, firstly, the fight that most anticipated on this card and massive in America is Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. Look, there's been a lot of back and forth, and there's a lot of back and forth just earlier on before they got on stage between the Haneys and the Normans. Talk to me about this one, because look, that Jin Sasaki knockout from Brian Norman, he's calling it the knockout of the decade. You know, it could be easily been the knockout of the year. Devin Haney's coming off a win, a lot of criticism after that, but what do you make of this fight?
Devin Haney gets a lot of criticism, full stop. I've known him since he was a kid. I watched him in Mayweather's gym. He's a wonderful talent. He could become a 3-weight world champion. So I think give Devin a bit of a break. His dad, Brian's dad, I mean, it's fathers and sons. You see a lot of that in boxing. Fantastic to see the needle between them. It all makes for a more mouth-watering fight, and it's a fight that I can't make my mind up on. Devin is a beautiful boxer. At welterweight, he's not going to have that problem of draining himself down. He's going to have that speed, but will he have the resistance and power to deal with a knockout merchant like Brian Norman, who's a strong 147 pounder, and he's up for it. He thinks he's going to crush him. I'm not sure it'll be that easy. I think if Devin gets in a rhythm, I think it's going to be tough for Brian maybe early, but look, I think it's a fantastic fight, and Brian Norman Jr. could become an absolute superstar this weekend. I think him and Abdullah Mason are the two that I cannot wait to watch, because Brian I've been looking at for a long time now, and I think that watching him up in the flesh against someone like Devin Haney, if he can make a statement on Saturday night, we could have a real revival in American boxing. I think Devin is still young enough, and he's had a great career so far, but I think he's got something to prove. But I don't know. I'm switching my mind on this fight. I was quite hot on Devin Haney, but I'm moving a little bit more towards Brian Norman. I think that the power at welterweight could be the difference on Saturday night, and I think he's a better boxer than people give him credit for as well. So I don't know, but Haney I've watched for a long time, so yeah, he's just had a bit of a bumpy last couple of years, and it just might be a timing thing. But yeah, really looking forward to that, but really looking forward to Abdullah Mason and Sam Noakes.
They've just turned the light off, so I've got to just give me a second. There we go. We get some light in your face. No, I've got some. That's fine, Andy. Cheers. Adam, let's talk about the second one, something that involves us British fans. We know the type of fighter Anthony Yarde is, and the sort of fights he's been in, man. He's been in with Kovalev, Benavidez. This one's another absolutely monster fight. It is against the monster, Benavidez. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, he tackles monsters. Anthony Yarde is a wonderful fighter. He's a great human being. He is deserving of this chance, and he deserves to be a world champion, I think. But he's not taken the easy route. He's had Kovalev, as you said, in Russia, and gave a good account of himself. He's had Benavidez in London, and now he has Benavidez in Saudi. It's tough. Benavidez is a big favourite in this fight, and you can see why. His resume is terrific. Former world super middleweight champion, looks an absolutely tremendous fighter at light heavyweight. But Anthony will go and give it everything. He's got a great man in his corner in Tunde Ajayi. He's been with him from day dot. They're a great combo, the two of them. They're a great combo in boxing. He's so respectful, Anthony Yarde, and I really hope, your heart says it would be so wonderful to see him crowned world champion after all this, but my head says I didn't think he looked that good against Lyndon Arthur. I think that it's a fact it's just Benavidez is approaching his prime, and I think it's going to be a very tough assignment. I think it'll be very exciting. And if Anthony loses, he'll go out on his shield. Ride him off at your peril. He's got a chance in this fight, but I think it's a chance. I think Benavidez is a very, very, very good fighter.
Actually, talked about Benavidez. The fighters that are getting mentioned with his name, obviously, are Beterbiev, Bivol, and Zurdo Ramirez. But there's actually a story that has come out that he's actually sparred Bivol and hurt him in training before. And I spoke to his dad about it. He goes, "Look, that was the case." It just shows, regardless of sparring stories, that he's a world champion, former world champion as well, that he's a big player in this game and can do big bits at the 175-pound division.
I think so. I think he can. But look, Anthony Yarde has got an opportunity. Turki Al-Sheikh called him directly, asked him to be on this. He knows what Anthony Yarde brings to the party, and I think it's going to be a fantastic watch. But I think all the fights are, honestly. I think that Bam Rodriguez against half of Argentina, including Marcus Maidana, who was here, is that's a wonderful fight in the lighter weights, and it's great that the new world of boxing can give the super flies, the lighter guys, the opportunities of the bigger guys. It's great. Sometimes, a long time ago, that may not have happened, but that's really happening. And I think Bam Rodriguez is one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, and I think I'm really looking forward to that fight. Abdullah Mason and Sam Noakes, battle of the unbeatens, battle of the knockout punchers, battle of the guys that, Frank thinks Sam could become a big star in Britain, and half of America think Abdullah Mason's the next big thing. He could be. I'm really excited about it. I'm really, 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 really excited about Saturday night. Honestly, it's a fight fan's dream, and I'm a fan.
I think we all are, and this is probably, they are saying, and they haven't said it, that it's probably the best card overall put by Turki Al-Sheikh and Riyadh season and everything else.
I think so.
They put on some fantastic fights and fantastic cards, but I feel like collectively this might be the one.
They put on some great cards. Bivol Beterbiev too had a phenomenal support, didn't it? Callum Smith and Joshua Boatsi was one of the early fights, and that was a fight contender of the year, wasn't it? So there's been other great cards, but I think if you look at the fact that there are so many champions, so many undefeated records, so many potential stars, so many current stars, and the matches of all four are fabulous. I think you've got to say this is the standout card of 2025, and it's a must-watch night on DAZN. It really is. If you like boxing, you have to watch Saturday night.
I do want to talk about things outside this quickly, and I need to talk about Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. Just an announcement that came out, and it's sort of, we're all still wowed by it.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this one, Adam. It is something that was talked about before but seemed to die out, and then all of a sudden we get an announcement. Just talk to me about this fight and what it means for AJ.
Wasn't Jake talking about it when he was over in the summer at Wembley, when Usyk fought Dubois in London? Everyone's talking about it. That means everyone's going to watch it on Netflix on December the 19th. My kids are. Your family are. Everyone in boxing is. Whether you like it, loathe it, it's made headlines. I think it's an interesting fight for many, many reasons. Commercially, for AJ. Commercially, for Jake Paul. They're making a ton of money. They're going to get a ton of new followers. What happens? AJ should win whenever he wants to win. But will he want to win early? Will he want to get some rounds in, being inactive for 14 months to prepare him for 2026? Does Jake Paul genuinely believe he can land a shot on him? He was down a number of times against Dubois, a number of times against Andy Ruiz back in the day. Does he feel that he can land one dynamite punch on Anthony Joshua's chin and shock the world? Does he genuinely believe that?
Tyson Fury says that might happen.
Tyson Fury says it's a 50-50 fight. Everyone's got their opinion. Some people think it's a stopwatch to how quickly AJ knocks him out. Look, I actually think that Anthony's going to go in and use this as a spar, maybe as a sort of practice to get back in the ring. I think that He'll control it and win it when he wants to. But I think Jake is very brave for doing it. And look, he's a fighter, and I've got respect for every single man or woman that gets in that ring at whatever level. Logan Paul and KSI, when it was first brought to Sky, I thought, really, do we have to do this? When I worked with them for a week, I absolutely loved it. It's entertainment, it's a different audience, it's boxing hitting eyeballs, and you have to respect that. It's a changing world. Turki Al-Sheikh has changed it in the last couple of years. It'll be another twist in 2026. So let's enjoy the rest of December. November, we've got this. We've got Ben Whittaker next week. Then we've got Monaco. We've got Nigeria. We've got Ghana. We've got all sorts of things happening in December in Britain. And we've got AJ and Jake Paul. Why not? Happy Christmas.
Cool. Adam Smith, I think we're getting kicked out, so thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate you as always. Thank you very much.